fly on RC in Motion. Today I bring you the crawler section. This is the Axial SCX10 Honcho. Now let me ask you a question. Has this ever happened to you? Oh no, somebody just stole my transmission. What in the world just happened? Well, this is getting a redo over. What are we doing today? Let me show you guys. Let's take all of this out of here. This is just a bunch of cables and chassis and tires. Today we are doing a Axial transmission case. What? A dig transmission case? Product number AX80051. Product number, oh, this one's falling apart. AX30793. This is the component set for the dig. Now, I don't know how many of you guys out there run a dig on your SCX10, but I'm about to do it. So, I'm going to show you the components, how to do this, what each bag brings and includes in the tree set, and let's get right to it. I'm going to do this right now. So, I went ahead and took apart the transmission, as you guys can see here. Let me lower this for you guys just a tiny bit so you guys can see the components. Went ahead and took it apart. Pretty much those are the pieces of the transmission. Just a case, this is spur gear holder, motor mount. So I took it all apart, okay? So I went ahead and went with step 1. I believe step 1 through 4, and it's pretty much putting on this this adapter here on your diff gear, pretty much. You guys can see it there. So let me show you guys what each bag includes and the components necessary for this dig to happen. Okay, so let's start out with the dig transmission case. You're gonna need a transmission case for the dig. So you have a couple components here. You have the transmission case itself for your dig. Okay. You have a spacer. Oh, this is one of the covers for the spacers. Okay. You have the servo mount. I believe this is it. This is for the servo, somewhere around here. Check it out. Okay. You have another part of the transmission case. I guess they include it, which you really don't need, but it's good to have extra parts. And a lot of spacers, servo mounts here. We'll find out what that's for later. Okay, so let's put that to the side, and let's come around with the dig components itself. What makes the dig work? Oh, we have a lot of hardware here. A lot of components here. Okay, like I said earlier, the front engager is already installed. I went ahead and pre-installed it, the dig front engager, so that's installed. Okay, then you have here the dig engager output. Okay, all these nuts and bolts and screws go to the side. You have your dig slider. Okay, pretty much I believe it goes something like that and makes it happen. It makes it happen. Okay, what's this? This is your slider forward lock. I went ahead and installed this one already so you guys can see. All you have to do is put in that E-clip there, and that's held there just like that. Okay, and what else does it have here? Your dig slider shaft. Here we go. You guys can see it there. dig slider shaft. That's part of the hardware as well. And just a bunch of nuts and bolts, mounts here and there. I don't know what that's for, but we'll figure it out. And of course the servo mount itself, which fell. And the servo mount. Okay, there we go. So let's go ahead and start building this thing. And let's organize this a little. So in the first step, it actually wants us to put the transmission back together again. Let me bring you guys down here real quick. Okay. Okay, so like I said, the first step it wants us to do is pretty much put the transmission back together again, and that's what we're gonna do. So we put one of the bearings in there. Okay. Of course, we put that idler shaft again in there. Oh, that was the bearing for it. Okay. Then there's the tiny, we can put that later, but there's a tiny little pin that goes in there. Okay, so let me bring you guys down here where it's comfortable. There we go. There we go. Okay, so you put in the transmission. Okay. Pretty much we do the entire transmission again once we've taken it apart. Put it back together. Okay, that looks good so far. And then that diff gear with the front engager. Okay, that one you pretty much want to put it up like this, like so. There you go. So far, that's what it looks like. Okay. Then the next step, once you have this, let's put this aside. Just up. Let's just whoop. It's all falling apart. Let's just put it aside there. Okay. The next step is you're gonna take this big bad boy, and this is the one pretty much where you're gonna start installing your your engager output. Okay. It's pretty much all this good stuff here. Here we go. We gotta pretty much install this shaft here. Okay. Then that big output, that slider shaft goes in the center like such. Okay. Like that. And then we'd have to put that bearing on that other side back here. So we bring this bearing that they included in the component kit, and pretty much you just slide it there. It's a pain in the butt, but you guys get the picture pretty much. So have it there, there. And then pretty much this piece goes on top right here. So it'll go all like so. Pretty much. That's how it all works. It's all falling apart. Let's get it installed, and I'll show you guys how to pretty much, once you have it installed, what it looks like and what are you looking for. Okay? Okay, so I left it halfway. This is what it looks like. You actually need 722 fingers to do this process. Nah, just kidding. But if you guys see there so far, that's what it's looking like. It's just a big pain in the butt. This is the last step I'm doing. Once you have it pinched in both corners, as you can see, I don't have it in, but this little piece, it's a half a circle. So you want to make sure if it sits properly in that half circle. You see, as it did right now. And then you can go ahead and push all these components down. pretty much that's what it'll look like. Once those are installed, then this goes up. So you pretty much want it looking like this when you install it. So that goes through there, and that bearing pretty much just sits right here. It's kind of weird. I don't see how that's gonna hold up. We'll find out. Okay, let's do this. Now let's put in the 2mm screws, which don't see. I don't think they want to hold up here. Let's put in these longer ones. Let's put in the shaft again, the bearing. Let's find these longer ones. Here they go. Here goes the long one. That's actually the right one. Okay, so that's the one you want to install. That real long one. Once you have all that installed, comes the fun part. So now you have to pretty much attach it to the transmission itself. Okay. I just don't see how this keeps coming out. You see this? Look at this. I don't know if it's made that way or what, but I guess that's what the slider's for. But yeah, you pretty much want to make sure everything's in place before you close it in. Okay, so let's put this bad boy back together again. Just move you guys here. Okay, so pretty much is self-explanatory. Pattern, you just put the pattern on. Okay, let's install this here. Okay, bolt number 1, number 2. Okay, you guys can see that. Hopefully you guys can see that. And then number 3. I know everything's black, so it's hard to see right now. Then let's take our 2.5. Okay, so now that we have that there, we go to our next step, of course, which is your spur gear. Okay, that's what it looks like from the back, from the front, side. Okay, so that's the SCX10 transmission with the dig. Let's go ahead and start mounting some extra mounts that we have to put on, and I'll be showing how to do that next. Okay, so the servo and servo mounts are already installed. Next step would be installing the plate on here. Okay, so let's go ahead and get that installed. Okay, so what you want to do is they provide 3 little screws, and that's what it does. It just pretty much you screw it onto the rear of the transmission itself. Okay, let's go with the second one here. Okay, and then the third one. Oh, wrong hole. That's what she said. Okay. That's what it looks like right there, and there. Okay. So pretty much that's what it'll look like. Now we can go ahead and mount the servo. Okay. Let's put it on here. Okay, so this is the servo. Just make sure it's okay. It'll sit right there. Tighten it up real good. That's what it'll look like so far. Okay, so the next instructions would be, of course, the mounting of the horn and everything so far on there. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so once you have that eyelet in, pretty much all the way or to wherever it stops. I think it stopped right there for me. Okay, you go ahead and you want to install this little piece off that that parts branch that I was telling you is part number AX80068, but you want to grab number 2. Number 2 has the wider section at the rear. Okay, so once you put that there, it includes this little tiny screw. Okay, and you're pretty much gonna put it in there. It's gonna all fit perfect. So hope you guys enjoyed this partial build or tutorial, whatever you want to call it, of the Axial dig component and transmission case. This is what you're looking at pretty much that goes in your truck. Like I said, this is going to go in my SCX10 Honcho. I've had it for a while and I want to start something new. I have another tutorial that I'm going to start doing as well for it. But this is what I wanted to show you guys, what's coming up in the next month or so. I'm going to post running videos. But if you guys have videos of your Honcho SCX10 with a dig already, hey, send me a video response. Show me your rig. Show me what you guys have. Once again, let me show you guys the parts number. You're gonna need the Axial dig transmission case. Part number, you can see it here on your screen, AX80051. Okay, and then you're gonna need the dig component set. Pretty much, it's your components inside the transmission itself. This is the part number you're gonna need, AX30793, and that's pretty much all the hardware inside. I believe this one was, I'd say, 16-15 bucks. I think, I'm not sure at this point, but you can find it on towerhobbies.com, where I pretty much, that's where I purchase most of my my parts and rigs as well. The transmission case, I remember that. I mean, it's so cheap. It was only 10 bucks, and that gets you pretty much all this component, this component here, this end of the transmission, and as well as all the parts tree needed in case you lose a piece or you end up missing some parts. You can actually just rip them off the tree and mount them back on. But this is what we have so far. Hope you guys enjoyed this build. I mean, it was pretty tedious, I'd say, because a lot of small parts. But this is what we came up with. Okay. Hope you guys have fun today watching this tutorial. Like always, rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll keep posting videos. Thank you. Diggerman, fly out.